Well, Layth, how's this spring going for you?
It's going great. Honestly, compared to last year I was still feeling my way out and everything, and this year I can really dive more into the playbook. And I've been going in the left guard a little bit, so it's getting a little adjusted going over playing there.
I was going to say, what's the difference there? Have you played much guard in your career before?
This is actually my first time ever playing guard because in high school I was playing left tackle throughout that time, and then the differences are very, very minute, but there's definitely some there. Like on specific plays, you'll have certain rules that apply, but for the most part, it's pretty similar.
What did last year do for you, just getting a little bit of a taste of action there? It looks like you got in there on that first play and you sort of like pancaked a guy and they were like right over him at the end of it.
It just helped me get my feet in the water a little bit, see what college football is really all about, and just playing at this level. This year, I really don't have to go through all of that. It's just going out there and playing.
Did the first play? I mean, you had that first play.
Oh,
like, this is easy.
Oh yeah, Syracuse. Yeah, I was like, oh, I could definitely do this. I could play with these guys. So that really eliminated that doubt in my head.
So you race motorcycles?
I have before. I've raced a little bit.
They limited you on that now, right?
Yeah, I don't do it anymore. I quit a long time ago, but still I would get back into it.
So that's before you had your growth spurt, right, and everything, or were you were you racing motorcycles as a big offensive lineman?
I wasn't as big, but I still had the height. I just hadn't put on all the size yet. So
Your transition to college, like you said, getting feet wet here this spring. What's been the biggest growth you've had now that you've had a season under your belt? And you're getting to work at both tackle and guard.
Say the biggest leap I took was from fall camp last year. That's where I feel like I made my biggest improvement. And then it really just translated going out the spring this year. I didn't really have any trouble. I felt like that's going pretty well.
What was your recruitment like out of high school?
I had a decent amount of offers. Really, when it came down to it, I was between here, NC State, WVU, and UNC. Those were my top four. Everybody was pushing pretty hard, but ultimately, I decided to come here because Hokie Nation is the best team to play for.
Now, were you recruited before Crook came in here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Rudolph was recruiting you at that point.
Yes, sir.
What's that like? I mean, you were, I think, the top-ranked guy in West Virginia. Is there a lot of pressure to stay in state? Did you catch much crap from people for going out of state when you were a highly ranked guy like that?
I mean, here and there, yes, but ultimately the decision was up to me. So I'm not going to let anybody's words sway my decision to where to play. It's my life. It's my career. So you got to.
Last year was, at this time, Coach Crook was kind of thrown into the fire. He hadn't been on campus long before spring ball started. Having a full season, and now this is his second spring, have you been able to tell how much faster you guys have been able to kind of get into stuff, knowing that he's not kind of thrown into the fire this year?
Most definitely. Like last year, we were still filling everything around. Like the techniques were different, so we were all learning different stuff that we hadn't done before. So it had just been a little bit of an adjustment. But definitely this year we're all good. The line's been pretty solid.
What have you learned from Xavier about tackle?
Just rep to rep. He'll tell me what I need to do. If there's any corrections that need to be corrected, he'll give me tips and pointers. Like if I wasn't staying square, he'll tell me to stay square on my pass set and quit opening it up. And he'll help me in the film room if I need anything.
What is the addition of Montavious Cunningham added to this room? What element does he bring?
He adds definitely more depth to this O-line. I believe that he offers a lot of athleticism at the guard, and he could probably go out to tackle right now if we need him to, but definitely has a lot of depth.
Who have you leaned on this spring for learning the guard position?
Caden's helped me a lot since he's had previous knowledge there playing that position. Braylon's helped me a good bit. Anytime I need anything, answer any questions, they always have my back.
What's the difference for you playing tackle to playing guard?
A lot of it's just how quick things happen at guard. With tackle, you have a lot more open field, open space to work with, and at guard, you have a three technique right up on you, way closer. So you got to get on him quick, and your footwork has to be a lot quicker.
What's it been like going up against these 3 transfers on the defensive line, the 3 tackles in practice?
It's definitely added a different element of competition this year. Kamari, KG, those guys always push us to play our best. So, yeah, it's definitely good.
Who's the toughest D-line matchup?
I'll say Aeneas is up there. He's a great player, but all those guys are good players.
What's Aeneas do that's so tough?
He plays with really good pad level, and the way he gets his hips skinny is pretty impressive.
For this spring game, what do you want to get out of it from playing on the offensive line, whether you're one team or the other? Just what do you want to get out of it?
I just want to get better. I just want to go in with my 5 guys and play the best that we can play.
Are they giving you a heads up about what the teams may look like, or is that going to be decided later?
We have no idea what it's going to look like. I think that's for Friday or whenever they are going to give us